All right, algebras, I hope you are looking at the key before your test tomorrow. Here we go. Write an equation of the line in slope-intercept form. Remember, that's y is equal to mx plus b. If the slope is 3, that's the coefficient on the x. If the y-intercept is 3/4, that's my constant, and you set it equal to y. If the intercept is 6 and the slope is -4, I build my equation piece by piece with my slope and my intercept. All right, write an equation in slope-intercept form of the line shown in the graph. I have an intercept of over 0 up 2 and a slope of rise 1, 2, 3, run 1, 2, all in the positive direction. So my slope is equal to positive 3/2 and my intercept is 2. Take a look at the next one. My intercept is -3, which means I'm going to be subtracting 3. And when I find my next integer coordinate, that's where the grid lines crisscross, a rise of 1 and a run of back 2 means that my slope is equal to -1/2. So my y is equal to -1/2 x minus 3. When I write the equation of the line shown in the graph, it's a horizontal line. If it's a horizontal line, it has a slope of 0 and just a y in the equation. So this is y is equal to 2. For letters A and B, determine whether each sets of lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. In order for me to know how to do this, I need to remember parallel lines have the same slope. Perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocals. So these need to be in slope-intercept form before I can figure that out. All right, so I need to solve for my slope. We'll do this one first. I'm going to subtract 3x from each side. Divide by -4. So I have y is equal to positive 3/4 x. Now this is -1, but to be honest with you, it doesn't matter. All I need to see is this slope. All right, let's go and talk about my second equation. I'm going to subtract 4x from each side. So I have y is equal to -4x plus 6, and then I'm going to divide everything by 3. So I have y is equal to -4/3 x plus 2. When I look at this slope, these are opposites. Here's a positive, here's a negative, and this is 3/4, this one's 4/3, which means that these two lines are perpendicular. All right, let's do this one down here. When I rewrite this, it's y is equal to -3x plus 4. I'm going to add 6x to each side. So for this equation, I have -2y is equal to positive 6x plus 10. Divide by -2, divide by -2, divide by -2. So I have y is equal to -3x minus 5. If you look at these slopes, -3, -3, they match, which means that my lines are parallel. All right, ready for page 2? Which equation represents the horizontal line? If it's a horizontal line, I know that's a HOI, so I need to look at the y. So y is equal to 9. Write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. if y is equal to mx plus b, I'm going to use my 6 as the y. I'm going to use my 2 as my slope. I'm going to use this 2 for my input, and then that's going to allow me to solve for b. 6 is equal to 4 plus b. Subtract 4 from each side. 2 is equal to b. Therefore, when I write the equation of the line, remember every equation has an x and a y. I'm going to fill in my slope that they gave me, which is 2x, and my b, which was plus 2. All right, write an equation in slope-intercept form. Same process. I have y is equal to mx plus b. My 3 is my output. Negative 4 is my slope. 1 is my input. And then I can solve for b. Add 4 to each side. And I get 7 is equal to b. Therefore, when I write the equation, I need to fill in what it is that I just discovered. And that is, I have a slope of negative 4 and an intercept of 7. So y is equal to negative 4x plus 7. Hey, I love the next one because check out this point. This is my y-intercept. They gave it to me. If I want to find the equation of the line that's parallel, that means all I need from this is to take the slope. So very quick and easy, I can say y is equal to 1/2 x. I stole the slope from here, minus 8. And those two lines are going to be parallel. They'll have a slope of 1/2. That's positive. This one way up here at 11. This one way down here at negative 8. All right, write the equation of the line that is through this point. Now this is going to be perpendicular. So right now my slope is 3, but the slope of my perpendicular line is going to be negative 1/3. So when I go to solve for b, I have y is equal to mx plus b. Here's my y, negative 2. When I fill in my slope and my x, my slope is going to come from the perpendicular of the slope I was given. 3 is an input. Negative 2 is equal to, when I multiply these fractions, multiplying fractions is no problem. Top times top. Bottom times bottom. Don't forget your negative. Plus b. Negative 2 is equal to negative 1 plus b. Add 1 to each side. Negative 1 is equal to b. Therefore, when I write my equation on my line, I use my perpendicular slope, negative 1/3 times x minus 1. All right, so now we're at the toughies. These are the ones where they don't give you the slope. Instead, they give you 2 points. Here's x1, y1, x2, y2. So guess what? When I go to find my slope, I can use my slope snake to help me put everything in the right spot. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. My slope is equal to negative 1 plus 4 over negative 6. My slope is equal to positive 3 over negative 6. Therefore, negative 1/2. Now it's time to find b. Y is equal to mx plus b. I'll use this point. Negative 1 is equal to, here's negative 1/2 times negative 3 plus b. Negative 1 is equal to positive 3/2 plus b. Subtract 3/2, subtract 3/2. Therefore, b is equal to, Hey, don't be afraid to use the calculator on this fraction math, because we need to make sure that you're getting the right answers. -1 minus 3 divided by 2. If you want to see that as a fraction, you can go ahead and say, okay, that's -5 halves. Therefore, my equation is this slope and this intercept. All right, keep working hard. Make sure you click on the next video.